Welcome to the SALT Sideline Report. I am Leanna Hawkins, and we are here at SALT New York with Matthew Salloway, the CEO of GSI Ventures. Welcome.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
So you are here this week talking about the family office space and impact investing. What is GSI doing in the impact space, and what sort of excites you about the family office investment area right now?
Sure, absolutely. So GSI is a single family office. It stands for growth, sustainability, and integrity. Those are our core pillars in how we approach all our investments and our partnerships. We take a very broad approach to impact. So what we try to find is technologies that will impact the world, how they can add jobs, how they can change the quality of life. And that's a big part of GSI and how we approach our investments.
And what specific investments are you looking at right now? Anything you can talk to publicly that our audience at the SALT Sideline Report might be interested in?
No, absolutely. So we're very excited about autonomous driving. That's a very big space right now. We're talking a lot about the 5G economy. So everything from bringing connectivity to rural areas, workplace safety technology. So finding ways to make it safer and easier for warehouse workers and people in factories to have protection so that they can be sort of more efficient and also just not have injuries on the workplace.
Well, those are all really important themes, I think, particularly coming out of this pandemic world, going back to the workspace. I think like safety in the workplace is obviously very important. It's interesting you're making an impact there. How are you making an impact in that area?
Well, what we're trying to do is find the right technologies that we think are best in class and then try to bring them to other parts of the world where there might not be that same type of technology development. So we're doing this in Saudi Arabia, we're doing this in Japan, we're doing this in other parts of the world where you've got the same challenges, but you might not have the same technology. So that's a huge focus of our family office. Also our fund, I'm the co-founder and managing partner of a fund called SIP Global Partners. We're anchored by one of the largest telecoms that's in Japan. And what we're trying to do is find best-in-class technologies that we can bring to other parts of the world so we can make a difference for the people and the societies at large.
So at SIP Ventures, then, you're also focusing on some similar things that you do in your family office work as well?
It's similar, but it has sort of a different twist. GSI has a very broad investment mandate, so we can invest in direct companies, we can invest in a variety of funds. We also have a foundation, but as a fund, which is SIP, our main focus is North American late seed, early growth tech companies in the 5G economy. So we look for those opportunities that we believe are best in class, but also relevant to these parts of the world, Saudi, the Middle East, Japan as well. So there's overlap, but a little bit of a difference.
Okay, and I also heard that you are involved in Hollywood a little bit. You do some work in the film space. You just worked on a project very recently that has had some excellent reviews. Tell us about that.
Yeah, no, happy to. So we just came out with a movie that was sold to Netflix. It's called Worth. It's the story of Ken Feinberg, who was the chairman of the 9/11 fund. And what he was in charge of was figuring out what's the value of human life. He had to determine for the families that lost loved ones, how much do we compensate? And we took that story, made it into a movie. We wanted to really, remember the victims and the issues that happened. This is my 12th film, so very involved in films that can make a difference, that can inspire, can educate, and really kind of have an impact.
Now, I did see that on the Netflix feature list this weekend when I was looking for things to watch. Who's starring that film again? Because I know you had some major people that were involved in Worth.
Yeah, we had Michael Keaton, he plays Ken, and Stanley Tucci plays the other lead. So really good cast.
Everybody loves Stanley Tucci.
Yes. He's got his own show now, and he plays Charlie, who's the other main lawyer, the main protagonist, all based on a true story. And it's amazing to see the journey that both of them take over the course of the movie.
Well, I only made it, I think, 20 minutes into it before I fell asleep on Saturday night, but it's one that's on my list to finish, and from what I've seen so far, it is a beautiful film and a great accomplishment to really honor the people that were involved in that part of the 9/11 story.
Thank you. And that's what we try to do as a producer, as an investor, as a technology supporter. What we try to do is find ways to impact the world and try to leave the world better than how we found it. And to me, that's what our legacy can be and how we approach the work that we do.
Well, it is very much appreciated by the alternatives world and us here at SALT and Skybridge. And we look forward to your panel tomorrow. I'm sure it'll be very interesting.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.